Hello guys, good morning everyone. Welcome to Bidyasagar Classes YouTube channel. जेमती कि आज टॉपिक SSB TGT जो अपकमिंग एग्जाम SSB TGT हो किंबा अपकमिंग एग्जाम जो LTR RHT पे हो जहाँ हमारा टॉपिक अच्छी जेमती कि ह्यूमन रिप्रोडक्शन एंड इट इज ए वेरी इंपोर्टेंट चैप्टर एथरो बहुत सारा क्वेश्चन आसे एंड आमे ये वीडियो रे कंप्लीटली यार कांसेप्ट कोन अछि एंड देन 30 टा MCQ करिया जोटा कि बहुत बेनिफिशियल हो एंड कांसेप्चुअली क्वेश्चन अछि एमती नाही कि डायरेक्ट उठाइछि सो आम विद्यासागर क्लासेस यूट्यूब चैनल को जो मैंने सब्सक्राइब करना से सब्सक्राइब करदे एंड डेली बेसिस रे हमर लाइव क्लास होची जेमती कि एसएसबी टीजीटी में पॉलिटी क्लास हो देन आर्ट्स क्लास हो साइंस क्लास हो ऑल द क्लास हमर यूट्यूब क्लासेस रे लाइव होची आल्सो रिकॉर्डेड वीडियो होची जो माने चाहिबे से माने देखि परिबे तो देरी न करी कि हमर स्टार्ट करिया टॉपिक दैट इज ह्यूमन रिप्रोडक्शन तो बिफोर स्टार्टिंग द टॉपिक जस्ट गोटे स्मॉल अनाउंसमेंट अछि जोटा कि तुम माने देखि परिबो आरआई अमीनो एंड अंगनवाड़ी सुपरवाइजर जो माने इंटरेस्टेड अछंती एंड जो माने व्यूअर्स एबे देखुचंती जदी तांकर के रिलेटिव या के भी जदी इंटरेस्टेड थिबे देन जोटा हमर रहिला कि ऑनलाइन कोर्स एंड ऑफलाइन कोर्स बोथ हम प्रोवाइड करूछु ऑनलाइन कोर्स जोटा कि तमर रहिबो कि 8 टा रु 10 टा राति 8 टा रु 10 टा पर्यंत रहिबो ऑनलाइन क्लास जोटा प्राइस होची मात्र 999 एंड जोटा रहिला ऑफलाइन क्लास 9 टा रु 11 टा एंड ऑफलाइन क्लास हमर विद्यासागर क्लासेस रो ऑफलाइन सेंटर जोटा कि हम नयापल्ली रे अछि सेठी प्रोवाइड करा होची दैट इज 9999 तो जो माने आरआई अमीनो एंड अंगनवाड़ी सुपरवाइजर सब रो कोर्स प्रोवाइड करा होची जो माने इंटरेस्टेड से माने बिलो जो नंबर दिया आइछि से नंबर को कांटेक्ट करिकि एनरोल करि परिबो एंड ए डिटेल्स जहां भी इंफॉर्मेशन दरकार ए नंबर रे कांटेक्ट करिकि एनरोल करि परिबो देन ए वीडियो रो तळे गोटे गूगल फॉर्म दिया हबो से फॉर्म को आल्सो फिल अप करिकि देन तुम माने एनरोल करिया पे इजी हबो ओके तो चैप्टर स्टार्टिंग करिया पूर्व फर्स्ट हम जानिया पड़िबो कि व्हाट आर द स्टेप्स इन ह्यूमन रिप्रोडक्शन आगो फास्ट मते टिके कंफर्म करो कि वीडियो एंड ऑडियो पूरा क्लियरली आछी ना नहीं जीवन ज्योति एक्सप्रेस वेलकम तनुश्री सर प्रणाम रूपाली गुड मॉर्निंग एवरीवन फर्स्टली लेट मी कंफर्म फास्ट कि वीडियो एंड ऑडियो दीटा को तुमको भल से क्लियरली सुना जाउची एंड देखा जाउची देन हमें आगु जिबा देखो ह्यूमन रिप्रोडक्शन स्टार्ट करे पूर्व बेसिक हम जाने पर व्हाट आर द स्टेप्स इन ह्यूमन रिप्रोडक्शन जनरली आम स्टेप्स देखिया बेसिकली स्टेप्स गुडा रहिबो कोन ना नॉर्मली ऊपर हमर रहिबो फर्स्ट गामेटोजेनेसिस रहिबो फॉर्मेशन ऑफ बोथ मेल गैमेट एंड फीमेल गैमेट गामेटोजेनेसिस रे दैट इज फॉर्मेशन ऑफ मेल गैमेट is called as male gamete कोन that is sperm and the process of formation of male gamete or by the process जो process रे normally sperm टा produce हुए that process is called as spermatogenesis and as you know that the meaning of genesis is formation so that is spermatogenesis means formation of male gamete then like that formation of female gamete and as you know that female gamete is ovum and the process is called as oogenesis or oogenesis right the first होची gametogenesis both male and female रे spermatogenesis हो in case of male and in case of female oogenesis हो then sperm and ovum जेतबे produce हे जिवो by the process of gametogenesis then next step number 1 then step number 2 that is fertilization means that is fusion of male and female gamete and generally हमें जानिचे कि normally पर male and female gamete fuse हुए basically in the fallopian tube of female fertilization then third step implantation what is implantation this is fuse of male and female gamete fuse of male and female gamete and what is implantation means the structure blastocyst attached with endometrium lining then जेतबेले ब्लास्टोसिस्ट fallopian tube रे attachment हो then the next step is that is gestation and it is very important step gestation means that is the development of a baby जो period रे normally पर in case of human beings that is 9 मास 10 दिन gestation period जो थरे कि organogenesis is very much important केमती को मास रे को organ produce होची जेमती कि फर्स्ट मंथ रे हार्ट सेकंड मंथ रे limbs and digits थर्ड मंथ रे मेजर organ system फिफ्थ मंथ रे बेबी रो मूव करिया स्टार्ट करियो एंड हेड फॉर्मेशन है आई लाइसिस सेपरेट दीज आर द स्टेप्स ओके gestation then after the development 9 मास 10 दिन then pasteurization and what is the meaning of pasteurization and very simply meaning of pasteurization is the liver of the baby right these are the basic steps I mean jodi gote human reproduction padiya this is the basic step first gametogenesis that is spermatogenesis and oogenesis will occur and the next step that is fertilization means sperm and ovum ro fuse hoba in the fallopian tube of female and inside the fallopian tube there is a zone that is called as ampulla isthmus zone basically question pachare in the fallopian tube in which zone the fertilization occurs so basically I mean that is koi periya ki fertilization occurs in fallopian tube and ampulla isthmus zone and last one is that is implantation the blastocyst will attach with the uterine wall then gestation that is the development of baby inside the uterus or uterus is otherwise called as womb okay so these are the process तो जदी सिंपली हमें नॉर्मली पर देखियो ट्राई करिया कि फर्स्ट देखिया स्पर्मेटोजेनेसिस रे कोन प्रोड्यूस होची स्पर्म and oogenesis that is ovum right then fuse hobo कोठी होबो this is the structure of this is the structure of female reproductive system right this is fallopian tube this area is fallopian tube right the bro code gamers subhasmita panda pranam hi sir जीवन जीत भाई रूपल मिश्र नित्याजी okay right so this is the structure of fallopian tube and हमें जानी छे that is ovum or the we can say that the secondary oocyte released from the ovary then it will go to the this is fallopian tube and the structure or the zone of fallopian tube is it is infundibulum this is ampulla and this is isthmus तो मेनली फर्टिलाइजेशन हुए ए एरिया रे स्पर्म विल एंटर देन ए जोन रे स्पर्म एंड ओवम रो फर्टिलाइजेशन तो बेसिकली क्वेश्चन नॉर्मल क्वेश्चन पचारे कि वेयर इज द फर्टिलाइजेशन occurs in female reproductive tract and basic simple answer is the reproduction or sorry the fertilization occurs in ampulla isthmus zone right so this is the basic structure then हम देखिया fertilization पर that is where the development of baby or gestation occurs देखो नॉर्मल स्ट्रक्चर जस्ट ओवरव्यू पे हमें कहूचे कि एमती तो पूरा ब्रीफली चैप्टर करेने हमें जस्ट के चैप्टर कोन अछि कहि कि देन हमें क्वेश्चन को आसिया सॉरी डायग्राम फॉर एग्जांपल ए जगह रहला कोन ना फर्टिलाइजेशन हला दिस इज द फ्यूज ऑफ secondary oocyte with the sperm this is ampulla and isthmus zone then after the fertilization the 2 cell zygote then 4 cell then 8 cell then 16 cell and very important 16 cell stage is called morula and question pachare 16 cell stage is called as morula or blastocyst morula but the next stage is that is called as blastocyst and very important the structure this is the uterus is otherwise called as womb or it is hister तो नॉर्मली पर ब्लास्टोसिस्ट अटैचमेंट ए जगह रे एंड आफ्टर blastocyst attachment with the uterine wall that is called as implantation then implantation पर नॉर्मली पर ए जगह रे gestation हुए gestation means that is development of baby then gestation 9 मास 10 दिन गला पर that is pasteurization हुए and this is the vagina and this is the cervix or we can say that cervical canal plus vagina मिसिकरी प्रोड्यूस करिवे that is birth canal ओके तो एई बळा स्टेप नॉर्मली पर जनरली तो हमें आसीबा क्वेश्चन को दैट इज कोन इंपोर्टेंट क्वेश्चन उडा कोसी चैप्टर रे तो लेट्स स्टार्ट द क्वेश्चन ओके फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन जेमति की Which of the following structure is responsible for the producing the fluid that makes up the majority of semen? Majority of semen re ko fluid अछि, and this is very important question also. Okay, प्रियंका शुभस्मिता यार आंसर कोन हो? नॉर्मली परे सीमेन, आमे सीमेन कहया कोन? नॉर्मली परे the fluid material which is ejected by the male, it is called as semen, and one time ejaculation रे semen release हुए 2.5 milliliter to 5 milliliter, and ये जो semen को हमें देखिए, what are the composition in semen? Semen भितरे that is sperm and the fluid. Sperm होची that is 10% and fluid होची 90%, and fluid भितरे कहा कार fluid? Seminal vesicle, prostate, रूपाली मिश्र A, bulbo urethral, and very important, normally पर semen होची 2.5 to 5 milliliter, right? And 2.5 milliliter semen भितरे that is sperm होची and fluid होची. Sperm होची 10% and the fluid is 90%, and among the 90% that is seminal vesicle, prostate and bulbourethral gland, these fluids are composed of this fluid, and भितर fluid भितर maximum fluid होची seminal vesicle, then prostate, then bulbourethral. This is the order. Bulbourethral gland is otherwise called as Cowper's gland. You have to remember it. It is Cowper's gland, right? The answer that is A. Rupali seminal vesicle, right? Tanushree seminal vesicle. Yeah, perfect. The answer is seminal vesicle. And the simply question, what are the product of seminal vesicle, or seminal vesicle ru kon release हुए? Anyone? Seminal vesicle ru kon release हुए? Seminal vesicle ru what are the release substance from the seminal vesicle? It is fructose, then fibrinolysin, which is help in coagulation of sperm, then or coagulase enzyme, then calcium. Calcium, fructose and enzyme. Tanushree, yeah, right? It is calcium, fructose and enzyme. Okay. Come to the next question. Question and answer is 1, right? Then question number 2. What is the term for the shedding of the endometrium if the fertilization does not occur during the menstrual cycle? What is the term shedding of endometrium lining if the fertilization does not occur during the menstrual cycle? Jodi normally pore fertilization no hela ba the mix up with or the fusion of male and female gamete jodi no hela, then what is the term? And it is very simply answer. Tanushree B. Okay, that is occur in menstruation. जेमते हमें जानी छे जदि if the sperm will not attach to the secondary oocyte, then fertilization will not occur, and if the fertilization will not occur, then the endometrium lining will shed out by the fluid, that is menstrual fluid, and the cycle is called as menstrual cycle, or it is otherwise called as a reproductive cycle. Okay, then answer is that is menstruation. Perfect. New shape art and craft of B. Tanushree B, right? Perfect answer B. Right. Then next question. What answer? Which hormone is responsible for the maintaining the uterine lining during pregnancy? Which hormone? Mainly in case of female, there are two hormones, that is estrogen and progesterone, and these are the called as uterine hormone. So what is the function of estrogen and what is the function of progesterone? And here is the question is, which hormone is responsible for maintaining the uterine lining during the pregnancy? Then here answer kon hobo? Tanushree, Rupali, then new shape progesterone. Rupali, progesterone, right? The answer that is progesterone. Perfect. And here is my question is, progesterone is released from which structure in the uterus which release the progesterone? Or progesterone is released by Priyanka, that is progesterone. Progesterone is released from, answer, that is corpus luteum. Corpus luteum release the progesterone. You have to remember that this is a very familiar question. Corpus luteum release the progesterone. LH and FSH, these are the pituitary hormone. And basically these two hormone helps in ovulation, or on the 14th day of cycle LH and FSH peak level e jayegi, that is ovulation kara jay, right? And ovarian hormone, there are two ovarian hormone, these are the ovarian hormone. Okay, come to the next question. Question number 4. What is the term for the period of time during the pregnancy when major organs and structures develop in fetus? What is the term for the period of time during pregnancy when the major organs and structures develop in the fetus? What is the answer of this question? Question number 4. What is the term for the period of time during the pregnancy when the major organs and structures develop in fetus? That is gestation, implantation, differentiation, and last one is organogenesis. Gestation. What is the term for the period of time during pregnancy? Pregnancy time रे बा 9 मास 10 दिन भितरे when the major organs and structure develop, जेतोले major organ and structure develop हुए, that term is called as कौन? Gestation is the time period. Gestation means 9 मास 10 दिन, the time period from the implantation to the pasteurization. This we can say that gestation. But say period भितरे, तो 9 मास 10 दिन period भितरे, which is the term related to the major organ and structure developed, that is organogenesis, not Borsarani a differentiation. The answer is that is organogenesis. Organogenesis means the process of formation of more and more organ during the phase of gestation. Answer is gestation, that is organogenesis, which is the term period for during pregnancy where the major organ and structure develop in the fetus, that is organogenesis. Borsarani D. Okay, right. ऑर्गानोजेनेसिस. ओके 9 मास 10 दिन भितर नॉर्मली परे हमरो को गेस्टेशन रो जो फेज रहला से फेज रे जतले मैक्सिमम ऑर्गन डेवलप होची एंड दिस फेज इज कॉल्ड एज ऑर्गेनोजेनेसिस. आंसर इज डी. देन इन फीमेल्स व्हाट इज द प्राइमरी फंक्शन ऑफ द follicle stimulating hormone during the menstrual cycle? What is the function of FSH hormone during the menstrual cycle? Menstrual cycle भितर FSH रो काम कोन? Stimulating the ovulation, stimulating the growth and development of ovarian follicle, maintenance of the uterine lining, and triggering the release of progesterone. I think this is a very simple question. What is the function of FSH in menstrual cycle? The function of FSH in menstrual cycle. Anyone? Stimulating the ovulation, stimulating the growth and development of ovarian follicle, maintenance of uterine lining. I think maintenance of uterine lining, previous question, that is progesterone. Progesterone release from corpus luteum. काम होची कोन ना मेंटेन ऑफ द यूटेराइन एनवायरनमेंट होबनी. देन ट्रिगर द रिलीज ऑफ प्रोजेस्टेरोन तो नुह. स्टिमुलेटिंग द ओवरियन एंड फॉलिकल, स्टिमुलेटिंग द ओव्यूलेशन, मेनली LH. Tanushree, that is B, right? Perfect. Answer is B. The function of FSH during the menstrual cycle. Okay, then come to the next question. Which of the following is a correct sequence event during the menstrual cycle? Menstrual cycle भितरे आ भितरु correct sequence की नॉर्मली परे भलो sequence बा perfect sequence कोटा? menstruation आगो proliferative phase. आमे नॉर्मली परे गोटे menstrual cycle करे केते 1 to 28 days. Normal cycle is that is 28 days. But आमे जदि कहया general range of cycle is 21 to 35 days. This is the normal range. If for example I am a girl and my cycle is that is 25 days, this is also normal. And यदि below 21 days cycle होची and it may be normal, and if the cycle is above the 35 days then it is also abnormal. The normal range is 21 to 35 days. This is the normal range. And I am example naba jodi that is 28 days cycle 1 ରୁ 5 days उतरे bleeding हुए and this phase is called as menstruation. Then 5 to 13 days that is called as proliferative phase or follicular phase. Then this is called as secretory phase. Why it is called as secretory phase? Because corpus luteum release the progesterone. Secretory phase, or it is otherwise called as luteal phase. So what is the answer here? Tanushree, A, menstruation, then proliferative, then secretion, then ovulation. Secretory phase, ovulation, menstruation, ovulation, secretory phase. Varsarani, A, menstruation, then proliferative phase, then secretion, then ovulation. Secretory phase for ovulation. या हमें एमती कहि परिया that is आगो ovulation होबो, then secretory phase, then menstruation, then proliferative phase. Answer is that is proliferative phase, then ovulation, then secretory phase, then menstruation. देखो साइकिल टा एमती हमें धरिया. देखो साइकिल टा जनरली हमें से साइकिल को देखि भाबे फर्स्ट होची कोन प्रोलिफरेटिव फेज. देखो एमती जे गोटे साइकिल रो स्टार्ट होची केमती होची. देखो ए डायग्राम को देखि के हमें कहि देबानी कि फर्स्ट मेंस्ट्रुएशन प्रथम 5 डेज मेंस्ट्रुएशन देन 5 टू 13 डेज प्रोलिफरेटिव फेज एमती नहीं. नॉर्मल साइकिल को देखि के हमें कहि ए जो डायग्राम को देखि कहबे फर्स्ट गोटे साइकिल रे कोन हुए follicles development हुए that is development of follicle is called as proliferative phase. Then follicle develop होला पर 14th day ovulation हुए. So the second stage is ovulation. Then ovulation ପରେ that is secretory phase by corpus luteum by degenerate Graafian follicle. Now it is called as corpus luteum. Then corpus luteum will release progesterone, so that it is called as secretory phase. Then menstruation. So this is the cycle. Okay, हमें diagram देखी कहि परियनी कि एटा cycle बोली कि 1 ରୁ 5 days menstruation होउची 5 ରୁ 13 days proliferative होउची, so that the first is menstruation. सेमते नहीं प्रथमे cycle रे कोन हुए आमे जतले गोटे reproductive cycle और menstrual cycle study करे, then first initially हमर proliferative phase हुए or the follicular phase हुए, means follicles are developed in the ovary. Then ovulation will occur in the 14th days. Then the secretory phase, as the name is secretory, because due to release of progesterone from the corpus luteum. Then menstruation. I think बुझी पारथिबो प्रियंका, रूपाली and Tanushree. Yeah, right. Then answer is C. Okay. Then come to the next question. What is the term for the structure that connects the fetus to the placenta, allowing for the nutrition and the waste exchange? And this is a very familiar question also. What is the term for the structure that connects the fetus to the placenta? Placenta and fetus भितर जो structure टा normally करे nutrient and waste product to exchange करे help करे. What is the term? Amniotic sac, chorion, umbilical cord and decidua. What is decidua? Anyone? देखो केतेबेला में decidua कहिया endometrium lining, केतेबेला में decidua कहिया. This is the structure of female reproductive, right? For example, this is endometrium lining. After the attachment of a blastocyst, after the attachment of the blastocyst within the endometrium lining, blastocyst जेतोले endometrium lining so attachment है, now the endometrium lining is called as decidua. ला decidua meaning हो छे. And amniotic sac तुम जानी थी जेतोले blastocyst जेतोले attachment है endometrium lining so, then outer trophoblast and this is the inner cell mass. Then inner cell mass empty सजी ही जीवो, that is epiblast and hypoblast. Then amniotic sac, amniotic cavity or amniotic sac, then yolk sac. So amniotic sac तो नो, chorion तो नो, that is umbilical cord. Answer Priyanka, perfect. Suman Diksha, perfect. Krishna, right. The answer is that is umbilical cord. And जेतोले normally after the deliver of the baby रो deliver पर normally पर umbilical cord को cut करा जाए. There is two cut हुए normally पर गोटे पिला रो पेट पाखरु हुए and आ गोटे मार हुए. तो मिडिल पीस टा को normally पर पड़ा जाए and after some times जो degenerate umbilical cord मार पेट भितर थिबो then से release हे जाय umbilical cord को after the delivery of the baby or after the parturition तो कट करा जाय दीटा कट करके umbilical cord को कटा करा जोटा हमें नाही बोली हमें कहि पड़छे and what is the deciduous बुझेला after the attachment of blastocyst within the endometrium lining पर attachment पर endometrium lining is called as decidua. Okay, then next question number 8, which of the following hormone is responsible for the stimulating the uterine contraction during the childbirth? जेतो गोटे बेबी रो बर्थ होची बर्थ कैनाल का को जे मन रखी तो दैट इज सर्विकल कैनाल प्लस वाजाइना दैट इज मेड अप ऑफ बर्थ कैनाल cervical canal plus vagina that is birth canal. Here is the question is which of the following hormone is responsible for the stimulating the uterine contraction? जेतोळे बेबी टा deliver होबो this is the structure of endometrium lining, right? This is endometrium, this is myometrium and the outer is perimetrium. There are three zones or we can say that three layers inside the uterus and endometrium, myometrium, perimetrium. And जेतोळे गोटे बेबी टा चाइल्ड टा बर्थ करे नॉर्मली पर मुंडो टा थाए भाजाइना आडगु then our structure thibo uterus because at the time of birth the diameter of head is more than the diameter of a shoulder and any body parts. तो जेतोळे बेबी टा deliver हुए से टाइम रे नॉर्मली पर को हार्मोन which is mostly responsible for the contraction of myometrium that is made up of smooth muscle. तो किए contraction करे the answer is that is oxytocin. जेतोळे गोटे बेबी टा let me explain जेतोळे गोटे बेबी 9 मास 10 दिन हे जिवो एंड पेट भितर डेवलप करे स्टार्ट करिवो एंड जेतोळे 9 मास 10 दिन हे जो कहै छै कि पिल्लाटा जन्म नवा पय पेट रे लात मारुछि राइट एंड से टाइम रे कोन हुए ना नॉर्मली परे ऑक्सीटोसिन रूपाली ऑक्सीटोसिन सुमन दिखे ऑक्सीटोसिन वर्षराणी या राइट ऑक्सीटोसिन ओके त कोन हुए ना जेतोळे पिल्ला जेतोळे मदर रो यूटेरस भितर को दैट इज कहै छै लात मारिया मींस जेतोळे गोटे स्ट्रेच रिसेप्टर थाए स्ट्रेच रिसेप्टर कोन ना यूटेरस रे देयर इज ए रिसेप्टर इज देयर कॉल्ड एज स्ट्रेच रिसेप्टर जेतोळे यूटेरस टा फुली कि थाए एंड जेतोळे पिल्ला लात मारे कोन हुए ना स्ट्रेच रिसेप्टर फॉर एग्जांपल let me draw the one second let me draw the diagram here. For example this is the uterus and here is the developing baby. जेतोळे बेबी टा पेट भीतर डेवलप होउची से टाइम रे कोन होबो ना स्ट्रेच रिसेप्टर्स थाए होउची मदर रो दैट इज वॉल रे देन स्ट्रेच रिसेप्टर सिग्नल देबो कोठी कि दैट इज hypothalamus of mother then hypothalamus mother release of oxytocin and ADH oxytocin and vasopressin release of from the posterior pituitary then it कोन करिवो ना myometrium को strong contraction करे रे हेल्प करिवो राइट स्टोमक आर स्टोमक रे स्ट्रेच मार्क हुए राइट नॉर्मली पर स्ट्रेच मार्क आसी जाए आफ्टर द पार्चुरेशन और डिलीवर ऑफ द बेबी रे स्ट्रेच मार्क पड़ी आसे right then the answer is that is oxytocin and there is also hormone is there called as prostaglandin. You have to remember here prostaglandin and oxytocin both help the myometrium muscle to contract during the parturition. Remember oxytocin from hypothalamus and the prostaglandin from the tissue which is located in the myometrium release करे prostaglandin and oxytocin दी जण कोन करिवे ना uterine contraction रे हेल्प करिवे then baby टा that is deliver हे जिवो. Okay, then come to the next question number 9. During which phase of the menstrual cycle does the uterine lining thicken in preparation for the potential implantation of a fertilized egg? Which phase of the menstrual cycle does the uterine lining thicken to preparation of potential implantation of a fertilized egg? Menstrual phase, proliferative phase, secretory phase and luteal phase. को फेज रे menstrual cycle रो को फेज रे uterine lining thicken हुए for the preparation of potential implantation बेले केतेबेले नॉर्मली परे हुए 9 को फेज रे नॉर्मली परे यूटेराइन वॉल टा मोर एंड मोर थिकन हुए आंसर इज बी 1 सेकंड देखो दिस इज द यूटेराइन वॉल राइट जेतेबेले नॉर्मली परे मेंस्ट्रुअल साइकिल रो प्रोलिफरेटिव फेज चलता है दिस इज 1 रो 5 5 रु 13 दिन पर्यंत जेतेबेले प्रोलिफरेटिव फेज और इट इज अदरवाइज कॉल्ड एज फॉलिकुलर फेज जेतेबेले प्रोलिफरेटिव एंड फॉलिकुलर फेज चलतिबो से टाइम रे एंडोमेट्रियम लाइनिंग ता मोर एंड मोर थिकनेस ही चलतिबो देन आफ्टर द 14th डे रे ओव्यूलेशन परे कॉर्पस लुटियम रिलीज करियो प्रोजेस्टेरोन जे कोन करियो ना एंडोमेट्रियम को मेंटेन करि रखिबो देन कॉर्पस लुटियम डीजेनरेट हबो प्रोजेस्टेरोन डीजेनरेट हबो एंडोमेट्रियम लाइनिंग आल्सो डीजेनरेट हबो बा शेडिंग हबो तो हमें कहि परिया कि को फेज रे नॉर्मली पर मेंस्ट्रुअल साइकिल रो थिकनेस एंड यूटेराइन लाइनिंग ता थिकन हबो दैट इज प्रोलिफरेटिव फेज यू हैव टू रिमेंबर दिस इज ए कांसेप्चुअल क्वेश्चन प्रोलिफरेटिव फेज तो बहुत सारा पिलांगर माइंड आसबो कि सिक्रेटरी फेज बोली सिक्रेटरी फेज रे प्रोजेस्टेरोन ता ताको मेंटेन करि रखियो बट मोर एंड मोर थिकनेस हबो दैट इज प्रोलिफरेटिव फेज which is the term for the process by which sperms are produced in the testis before the question I would like to ask a question what is the temperature inside the testis anyone Rupali Barsha Tanushree what is the temperature inside the testis Priyanka the answer is that is spermatogenesis right the perfect answer that is spermatogenesis what is spermiogenesis the first phase what is spermiogenesis anyone Krishna Rupali Priyanka what is spermiogenesis 4 degree less than the body temperature yeah right this is 2 to 3 degrees Celsius or 4 degrees Celsius less than the body temperature that is sperm and the process of formation of sperm that is from the spermatogonia to sperm or it is otherwise called as spermatozoa it is called as whole the process is called as spermatogenesis and what is spermiogenesis for example this is spermatid to mature sperm or mature sperm ये जो process है that is called as spermiogenesis or we can say that spermiogenesis is the process by which the spermatid or the immature sperm get mature to the spermatozoa sperm is it is called as spermiogenesis formation of spermatozoa from the spermatid or spermatid to spermatozoa that is spermiogenesis right perfect Varsha Rani Rupali right Tanushree B 34 degrees Celsius and as you know that the temperature of body is 37 and 3 degrees Celsius that is 34 perfect okay then next question what is the function of acrosome in the sperm cell and एबे सुधा वर्तमान पे रूपाली कृष्णा एंड वर्षा रानी एमानकर मेसेज टा पूरा कंटीन्यूअसली आसी एंड थैंक्स तो माने बहुत परफेक्टली आंसर ओडा दउछो व्हाट इज द फंक्शन ऑफ acrosome in sperm cell रे acrosome रा काम कोन फॉर एग्जांपल दिस इज द स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ sperm and sperm ra head re there is acrosome this is nucleus and this is acrosome re many enzyme thanti there are so many types of enzymes are located in acrosome and many enzymes ko as sperm lysine hela and this is nucleus तो आम कहीपर कि nucleus is located in sperm head and acrosome is also located in sperm head. Then the answer here, what is the function of acrosome in sperm cell? See, it releases the enzyme to penetrate the egg's outer layer. Right, perfect. Sperm or middle piece रे मन रखियो mitochondria M middle piece रे mitochondria NH national highway nucleus टा head रे थाए middle piece टा mitochondria. And one thing you have to remember, that is the movement of sperm, flagellar movement or ciliary movement. Sperm movement is flagellar movement and the ovum movement is ciliary movement. Ciliary movement, because in the fallopian tube there are cilia there and cilia ta normal पर ciliary movement help करे, right? Suman Dikhya flagellar perfect, Rupal se helps sperm to penetrate the eggs layer, Tanushree flagellar movement perfect. Then here the question number 11, the answer is release the enzyme to penetrate the eggs outer layer. Okay. Supriya, hello sir, hello ma'am. And Supriya ji achandi, she already high school teacher रे पाई सारी and ताकर already posting हेई सारी. Supriya Kulahari and से निजर sister परिका हेबे पूरा 100 ताकर already एई वर्ष से admission करछथि. Already high school teacher पे बहुत सारे preparation करछथि and मे भी तमना पे inspiration, तो एई वर्ष ताकर already high school teacher रे posting हेकी and से join कर सारछन. Then question number 12, which structure in the male reproductive system is responsible for the production of seminal fluid? Male reproductive system रे which one is responsible for the production of seminal fluid? Prostate gland, epididymis, bulbourethral, vas deferens. एटा आउट क्वेश्चन ऐड हबो, production of seminal fluid. एटा seminal vesicle करो. Responsible for the production of the seminal vesicle जदि कहि आंसर ताले ही पेरे prostate भी ही पेरे, but most appropriate seminal vesicle. Which of the following is true about fraternal twins? What is fraternal twins? Fraternal twins means dizygotic twins. Fraternal twins means, for example, आमे जाने छे every reproductive cycle means every menstrual cycle रे normally पर कौन हुए ना in each side of ovary, गोटे side ovary रु गोटे ही secondary oocyte release हुए, but बेले बेले condition कौन आसे ना गोटे menstrual cycle रे दीटा secondary oocyte release हुए from the two ovary. So सेही केस रे कौन हुए, sperm कौन करे ना fertilize करे both. When the two sperms fertilize the two eggs, it is called as fraternal twins. Fraternal twins means maybe पुओ झियो होई पारंती, झियो पुओ होई पारंती, maybe same sex रे होई पारंती, fraternal twins. And monozygotic twin रे कोन, that is गोटे ovum गोटे sperm द्वारा fertilize हेबे and दीटा embryo split कर जिवे. zygote टा split कर जो two embryo को, and that is called as monozygotic twin. पुओ पुओ नाले झियो झियो. Two sperms fertilize eggs. Answer is D. Right. Then come to the next question number 14. In which structure does the fertilization usually occur? And I think very fast I have told you about in which structure does the fertilization usually occur. Ovary, uterus, cervix and fallopian tube. Non-identical, right? को स्ट्रक्चर रे नॉर्मली पर हमरो फर्टिलाइजेशन हुए. फर्टिलाइजेशन occurs in ovary, uterus, cervix, fallopian tube. सुमन दीक्षा D, कृष्णा D, Ampulla isthmus junction, Tanushree Behera perfect, Rupali D, Priyanka fallopian tube, and the answer is fallopian tube. And fallopian tube ro को zone, that is Ampulla isthmus, right? Fallopian tube and Ampulla isthmus zone, perfect. Then during which stage of embryonic development do cells start differentiate to specialized cell type? Which stage of embryonic development do cells start differentiate to specialized cell type? Blastulation, gastrulation, cleavage, and implantation. And here the answer is that is gastrulation. That is cleavage. Cleavage means the mitotic division from the zygote to the blastomere. Sorry, the mitotic division from the zygote to the morula is called as cleavage. Then the gastrulation, the embryonic development do start differentiate to specialized cell type, that is gastrulation. Gastrulation, right? 9:43 हमको 15 मिनट रे आ 15टा क्वेश्चन करियर अछि तो टोटल 30 क्वेश्चन करियर अछि हमको एसएसबी टीजीटी पय जेम रहला ऑनलाइन 7टा रु 10टा पीएम राती 7टा रु 10टा क्लास होची एंड आर्ट्स पीसीएम सीबीजेड पय जोटा जो नॉर्मल 750 प्राइस एंड हिंदी पीईटी संस्कृत पय 999 जदि जो माने इंटरेस्टेड थिबे इफ यू आर इंटरेस्टेड देन ए वीडियो रो बिलो रे गोटे गूगल फॉर्म प्रोवाइड करा जिवो एंड यू हैव टू फिल अप इट देन तमे ए नंबर रे भी आल्सो कांटेक्ट करके ए विषय जानि परिबो ओके तो देन 16 क्वेश्चन व्हाट इज द नेम ऑफ द प्रोसेस बाय व्हिच द ब्लास्टोसिस्ट अटैच टू द यूटेराइन वॉल when the blastocyst attach with the uterine wall what is it called कोन कहै वर्षारानी बी fertilization blastocyst attached to the uterine wall that is called as implantation I'm already पढ़ितले C implantation तनुश्री right implantation okay then which hormone is responsible for the triggering the release of milk from the mammary gland during the breastfeeding which hormone is responsible for triggering the release of milk from the mammary gland during the breastfeeding estrogen progesterone prolactin oxytocin mainly which hormone is triggering the release of milk release करे that is prolactin but की trigger करे milk release करिया पे progesterone prolactin oxytocin and estrogen कृष्णागिरी वर्षारानी D oxytocin right सुमन दिखिया the answer is D oxytocin and oxytocin is otherwise called as love hormone mainly you have to remember oxytocin and vasopressin which are secreted from the hypothalamus but which are released from hypothalamus was stored and secret from the posterior pituitary oxytocin and vasopressin which are released from hypothalamus but stored and secret in posterior pituitary then oxytocin is otherwise called as love hormone also it is called as stress hormone because during the parturition it helps in contraction of the myometrium right the answer is oxytocin then 18 what is the term for the male reproductive cell zygote ovum sperm oocyte motivated Josna B Barsarani oxytocin Rupali oxytocin Suman right what is the term for the male reproductive cell Krishna progesterone what is the answer of question number 18 what is the term for the male reproductive cell zygote ovum sperm oocyte that is B male reproductive system ro cell that is sperm then which hormone is responsible for maintaining the uterine lining during pregnancy Suman दिखिया C sperm C right then a question को आसो which hormone is responsible for maintaining the uterine lining during pregnancy estrogen progesterone follicle stimulating hormone luteinizing hormone ठीक देखो मेनली होची देखो इस्ट्रो तार जदी मेकानिज्म देखिया एस्ट्रोजन ता होची सेकेंडरी सेक्सुअल कैरेक्टर मेंटेन करे प्रोजेस्टेरोन काम होची यूटेराइन वॉल को बा एंडोमेट्रियम लाइन को मेंटेन कर रखे एंड प्रोजेस्टेरोन सिक्रेटेड फ्रॉम कार्पस लुटियम LH and FSH LH रो काम होची कोन ना दैट इज luteinizing hormone and follicle stimulating hormone LH and FSH secreted from pituitary LH होची ओव्यूलेशन करे बा पीक लेवल हो जाए ऑन द 14th डे देन एफएसएच ର काम होची प्रोलिफरेटिव फेज बा फॉलिकुलर फेज रे दैट इज स्टिमुलेट करियो प्राइमोर्डियल फॉलिकल को प्राइमरी फॉलिकल देन सेकेंडरी फॉलिकल देन टर्शियरी फॉलिकल ग्राफियन फॉलिकल इट हेल्प्स इन मैचुरेशन ऑफ फॉलिकल्स देन ऑक्सीटोसिन रो हम काम जानिले कि ऑक्सीटोसिन जेतो हम जण को लव करे बा कडल करे बा हग करे एट द टाइम ऑक्सीटोसिन विल रिलीज फ्रॉम द हाइपोथैलेमस एंड आल्सो स्ट्रेस हार्मोन जेतो हम बेबीटा बर्थ होची सेतो ऑक्सीटोसिन रो काम होची मायोमेट्रियम कंट्राक्शन करची and vasopressin is otherwise called as antidiuretic hormone जेतो हम बॉडी रे एक्सेस वाटर लॉस होची एट द टाइम antidiuretic hormone और vasopressin बॉडी रो वाटर लॉस को प्रिवेंट करे बा वाटर को कंज्यूम करे रे हेल्प करे एंड बहुत फंक्शन अछि एलएच रो जेमति कि मेल केस रे एलएच एक्ट ऑन लेडिक सेल एंड हेल्प इन दैट इज एंड्रोजन और टेस्टोस्टेरोन रे एंड एफएसएच एक्ट ऑन सटोली सेल कोन इशू कोन डिटेल्स त हमें कहिए तो पॉसिबल न हो क्वेश्चन जेतु डिस्कशन करछे बट दीज आर द फंक्शन कहि देबे आराम से केबे गोटे प्रोजेस्टेरोन हार्मोन ओके प्रेगनेंसी हार्मोन प्रोजेस्टेरोन द आंसर इज दैट इज बी देन कम टू द क्वेश्चन नंबर 20 व्हाट इज द टर्म फॉर द प्रोसेस बाय व्हिच यूटेरस कॉन्ट्रैक्ट्स एंड एक्सपेल्स इट्स कंटेंट ड्यूरिंग चाइल्ड बर्थ रो जो स्टेप टाको हम कोन को जे बट व्हाट इज द प्रोसीजर नेम ओव्यूलेशन मेंस्ट्रुएशन पैचुरेशन एंड फर्टिलाइजेशन ओव्यूलेशन मेंस्ट्रुएशन पैचुरेशन एंड फर्टिलाइजेशन सुमन देखिया सी then parturition yeah right the answer is that is parturition then come to the question number 21 during which stage of meiosis does crossing over occurs leading to genetic variation in gametes ketobale crossing over हुए and this is the very familiar question prophase 1 metaphase 1 anaphase 1 telophase 1 को phase रे crossing over हुए prophase 1 and what are the steps in prophase 1 leptotin then zygotin then pachytin then diplotin then diakinesis and leptotin zygotin pachytin diplotin diakinesis आ भितर को स्टेप रे नॉर्मली पर क्रॉसिंग ओवर हुए क्रॉसिंग ओवर कोथरे हुए लेप्टोटिन रे हुए ना जाइगोटिन रे हुए ना डिप्लोटिन रे हुए को स्टेज रे नॉर्मली पर को सब स्टेज रे हम कहि परिया इन व्हिच सब स्टेज व्हिच इज अंडर द प्रोफेज 1 दैट इज क्रॉसिंग ओवर अकर्स मेयोसिस 1 रो प्रोफेज 1 रो डिप्लोटिन स्टेज सर बीडी पे ऑफलाइन बैच या बीडी पे ऑफलाइन बैच हमर पे चाली छी जो एई जो बिलो रे जो नंबर थिबो पैचिटिन या राइट पैचिटिन सॉरी दिस वन पैचिटिन ने क्रॉसिंग ओवर अकर्स जो बिलो रे जो नंबर दिया छी देन सेही नंबर रे तमे आराम से ए कांटेक्ट करी गिरी देन बीडी रो ऑफलाइन विषय रे जहां भी जा इंफॉर्मेशन बुझी परिबो राइट तो क्रॉसिंग ओवर अकर्स इन पैचिटिन synaptonemal complex formation takes place in zygote then question number 22 what is the term for the process by which a sperm's nucleus combines with the nucleus of eggs forming the zygote जेतो sperm रो nucleus ovum रो nucleus of fuse hobo and what is the name of the procedure fertilization implantation ovulation and menstruation I think this is also a familiar question Pachitin right perfect What is the answer of question number 22? What is the term for the process by which sperm's nucleus combines with the nucleus of eggs? Fertilization, implantation, ovulation, menstruation. Yeah, Barsarani, Priyanka. That is answer is fertilization. And where is the fertilization occurs? Fallopian tube. And fallopian tube ro kouthi ampulla isthmus zone. Right. Then the answer is that is fertilization. Perfect. Krishnagiri A, right? Then come to the question number 23. Which hormone is responsible for the stimulating the release of an egg from the ovary during ovulation? को hormone टा mainly stimulate करे and already हमें कही छे there is two pituitary hormone. One is LH and another is FSH. And mainly the LH hormone starts the ovulation. by peak level रे LH टा गले that is ovulation करे. Which hormone is responsible for stimulating the release of egg? LH. Barsarani, LH. That is luteinizing hormone. Yeah. That is luteinizing hormone, LH. देखो पीक लेवल 14th रे बहुत एलएच भी पीक लेवल जाए, एफएसएच भी इंक्रीज हुए, बट मोस्टली तो एलएच हार्मोन टा ओव्यूलेशन रे हेल्प करे। Then 24, what is the name of the process by which a blastocyst embeds into the uterine lining during the implantation? Syncytialization, placentation, decidualization, apposition. What is the name of the process by which a blastocyst embeds in the uterine lining during the implantation? टिके स्लो चलची ना। कृष्णागिरी सी एंड राइट द आंसर इज सी, कारण मैं ऑलरेडी तुम कहि सारची डेसिडुअलेशन मु कहली कि द केतेबेला में एंडोमेट्रियम का में डेसिडुआ बोली कहया जेतेबेला आफ्टर द इम्प्लांटेशन ऑफ ब्लास्टोसिस्ट within the endometrium lining and the term is called as decidualization, right? Perfect. Endometrium lining को केतेबेला में कहया that is decidua जेतेबेला after the attachment of a blastocyst called as decidua. And मन रखिबो then पूरा एंडोमेट्रियम लाइनिंग रो भितर को that is blastocyst पूरा buried हो जाए, पूरा धसी की पसी जाए, and this is now the endometrium lining is called as decidua. and decidua रो बा decidua रो जो लोकेशन टा blastocyst रो अटैचमेंट करे that is called as decidua basalis. हैला and जोटा endometrium lining रा जोटा blastocyst कवर करे that is called as decidua capsularis. Let it. Then 25, which of the following is a correct sequence of events during spermatogenesis? What is the correct sequence of spermatogenesis? Spermatogenesis रा correct sequence spermatid, spermatogonium कौन spermatogonium, primary spermatocyte, secondary spermatocyte, somatid. What is the correct sequence? Motivated Josna C, spermatogonium, primary spermatocyte, somatid, spermatogonium, primary. को आंसर को what is the correct sequence here? B, spermatogonium, then primary spermatocyte, then it will develop to secondary spermatocyte, then ultimately it will give rise to the spermatid, right? And here is the answer is question number 25 B, right? Spermatogonia, देखो testis, there are one pair of testis in is among human case. In case of male there are pair of testis and there are so many compartments which is created by the tunica albuginea layer, and these compartments are called as testicular lobules, and inside the testicular lobules there are seminiferous tubule, and inside the seminiferous tubule there are male germ cell is otherwise called as spermatogonia. Then spermatogonia gives rise to primary spermatocyte. Ploidity of spermatogonia is 2n, ploidity of primary spermatocyte also 2n, secondary spermatocyte ploidity is n, and spermatid ploidity n. You have to remember. Rupali Mishra B, Swatikant Sahu B, perfect. Then come to the question number 26. Which hormone is responsible for maintaining the corpus luteum during the early pregnancy? Which hormone maintaining the corpus luteum during early pregnancy? Follicle stimulating hormone, human chorionic gonadotropin hormone, progesterone, and estrogen. No sir, D. कहाँ D? Primary spermatocyte. Correct sequence of spermatogenesis. Bidut Prabha Behera, that is B. B, progesterone. Human chorionic gonadotropin hormone during the early pregnancy. देखो maintaining the corpus luteum during early pregnancy. Pregnancy हमें केतेबेले कहया pregnancy बोली जेतेबेले successfully देखो you have to remember here जेतेबेले blastocyst attachment हे जिवो then हमें कहया that is pregnancy hela boli, and जेतेबेले blastocyst immediately endometrium so attach habo then the trophoblast cell again to divide it syncytotrophoblast and cytotrophoblast. तो normally पर the syncytotrophoblast will release HCG. देखो मन रखिबो जेतेबेले pregnancy हे जिवो सेतेबेले endometrium lining ता देखो just let me clear fertilization हेलानी then corpus luteum will wait, then corpus luteum आस्ते आस्ते degenerate करा start करियो, progesterone degenerate करा start करियो, and endometrial line chindi padibo. But when the fertilization occurs, then the zygote will form, then zygote will multiply to 2 cell stage, then 4 cell, then 8 cell, then 16 cell, then blastocyst. Then blastocyst will attach with the endometrium line. When the blastocyst will attach to the endometrium lining, then we can say that the pregnancy occurs. And in the attachment site, trophoblast cell again divided into syncytial and cytotrophoblast. Then syncytotrophoblast will release HCG. Then you can say that trophoblast cell will release HCG. And very interesting, when the HCG will release, it will give the signal to corpus luteum, which is going to die. But rather than dying, ଯେତେବେଳେ happy news ପାଇଯିବ pregnancy ହେଇଛି and HCG release ହେଇଛି from the trophoblast cell, then ସେ more and more proliferate କରିବ and maintain କରିବ, that is pregnancy को. तो initial stage रे HCG, D HCG ହେଲା human chorionic gonadotropin hormone. And very important, ଯେତେବେଳେ normally पर ଆମେ next month cycle ରେ ଯେତେବେଳେ period होएନି बा menstruation होएनी and ଆମେ ଯେତେବେଳେ gravidex text करे, right, gravidex text करे बा जोटा हम कहचे प्रेगा न्यूज, आई केयर प्रेगा, दीज आर द टेस्ट. तो टेस्ट करे हम थोड़ा यूरिन को पकाए से टाइम रे ड्यू टू प्रेजेंस ऑफ एचसीजी पॉजिटिव आसे. तो इनिशियल स्टेज रे एचसीजी टा रिलीज करे फ्रॉम द ट्रोपोब्लास्ट और सिंसियोट्रोपोब्लास्ट, देन इट विल गिव द सिग्नल टू corpus luteum which is going to die. Then it will gain the happy news that pregnancy occurs, right? The answer is that is D. Then 27, what is the name of the structure that forms from the ruptured follicles after the ovulation? Ruptured follicle after the ovulation: corpus albicans, corpus luteum, corpus callosum, corpus cavernosum. B, that is corpus luteum, right? Name of the structure that forms from the ruptured follicle after the ovulation, that is corpus luteum, right? Answer 27 B. Then come to the question number 28. Which of the following is not a function of male reproductive system? Production of gametes, production of hormones, nurture and nourishment of offspring, delivery of the gametes to the female reproductive tract, which is not function of male reproductive system. Production of gamete obviously answer, production of gamete obviously करे, nurture and nourishment of offspring, offspring को nurture and nourishment करे, obviously no, because female reproductive system भितरे that is offspring टा develop करे, तो nourishment और nurture help करे, that is female ही help करिवो. तो आंसर सी, सुमन दीक्षा, कृष्णा, रूपाली, स्वातिकांत, yeah, right. Then question number 29, what is the term for the release of secondary oocyte from the ovary in the fallopian tube? Oogenesis, ovulation, menstruation and fertilization. Hadabandhu, Rupali, Priyanka Swai, nurture and nourishment occurs inside the female reproductive system. What is the term for the release of secondary oocyte from the ovary into the fallopian tube? Oogenesis, ovulation, menstruation and fertilization. The answer is that is ovulation, right? Perfect. Ovulation, B. Then question number 30. In which part of the female reproductive system does fertilization usually occur? This is the last question. Tanushree, Hadabandhu, Priyanka, Krishna. In which part of the female reproductive system does the fertilization usually occurs? Krishna Giri, that is fallopian tube, right? Yeah, this is fallopian tube. तो ये होची टोटल कंप्लीटली हमर क्वेश्चन थिला 30 क्वेश्चंस. देखो जेहेतु हमें इनिशियल स्टेज रे स्टार्ट कले हमें टिके चैप्टर तो कंप्लीटली ब्रीफली डिस्कशन करे पे टाइम दरकार है, सो दैट आई थिंक 30 टा क्वेश्चन तुमको नियत रूपे हेल्प करिवो. एंड जो माने विद्यासागर क्लासेस यूट्यूब चैनल को ऑलरेडी सब्सक्राइब करन देन सब्सक्राइब करो. एंड डेली बेसिस रे वो साइंस आर्ट्स सबुर हमर क्लास विथ प्रोवाइड करै छै ऑनलाइन क्लास. देन जॉइन करके क्लास करि परबो एंड जो कोर्स रे एनरोलमेंट भितरे तुम जानियर अछि देन बिलो जो नंबर दिया छी ताको तुम कांटेक्ट करिकरी देन बुझी परबो। थैंक यू प्रियंका एंड थैंक यू विद्युत प्रभा, रूपाली, कृष्णा, तनुश्री, मोटिवेटेड जोस्ना। ओके, थैंक यू ऑल ऑफ यू एंड हैव ए नेक्स्ट डे। ओके, पढ़ा पढ़ी करो मन देकी, बाय।